What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of UGUE Brothers Vlogs. And of course, this is Savage Kitchen time, guys. So, I'm changing it up. I decided to do something simple tonight, something easy, something not the Ninja Foodie. For all you guys who don't have the Ninja Foodie, I do have some recipes coming, by the way, some more recipes that I'm going to do in the Ninja Foodie. But I decided to do something different because I got a HelloFresh order in the mail yesterday. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to make, boo, voila, crispy maple mustard chicken with some potato wedges and some carrots. And it's gonna be damn good. Actually, I made a similar recipe to this from HelloFresh that I got from HelloFresh. I think it was like the Parmesan crusted chicken. This is very similar process, very easy. Now, guys, you do not have to get HelloFresh to do these recipes. You can actually just find these online at HelloFresh.com. Just get the whole recipe. Just get all these ingredients. All these ingredients are simple enough. But if you are interested in something like HelloFresh, it is cool. It is pretty cool. I get it from time to time. You get a nice little pretty picture, and it's got all these cool little instructions on the back. Typically only about 6 usually. Most of these meals take about 30 to 45 minutes, and they're super easy. And then you get this little baggie with all kinds of good stuff in it. And then, of course, all your meats come in these vacuum seal packages, which is awesome. And typically they are hormone-free, organic, and just, I don't know, yummy. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this recipe, guys, and show you guys how it's done. Keep in mind, again, you can get all of these awesome ingredients actually just at your store. You don't even have to get HelloFresh if you don't want to. But let's get cooking. All right, guys, so here we go again. Another episode of Savage Kitchen, and right now I'm doing a HelloFresh recipe, guys. Again, you do not have to order HelloFresh to get these recipes, man. These recipes are fun, they're easy, they're quick. Just go online and check them out, and then make them their own, man. Get savage and experiment and do different things. But here I'm just taking everything out of the bag, just get everything ready. Everything's gonna be pre-packaged and ready to go, proportion size for what you're doing. So I just like to go ahead and take everything out of the bag, take a look at what's there, what's in it, etc., etc. If I want to change anything, I will do it here. But I just like to get everything ready to go, which is typically how I do all of my recipes. I like to get organized. I like to get ready, so I can just boom, 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 get it done. You know what I mean? So these recipes typically only take about 30 to 45 minutes, which includes prep time, which is why I like to do these. They're just quick ways to do really, really awesome meals quickly. And with Joe and I always constantly trying to do projects, back-to-back projects, always going places, etc. We just don't have a lot of time, and so quick meals are just great for us, which is one of the reasons why I like the Ninja Foodie so much, is because I could do that. So here we've got just some carrots, some potatoes, just some maple syrup, panko breadcrumbs, some fry seasoning, which is really just paprika, garlic powder, and onion powder. It's nothing special, and then some Dijon mustard. So that's all that's going to come in here in this package. So first thing I want to do, you'll see me in a second here, just take out this little colander thing that I like to use to wash my vegetables. I just want to give all the vegetables a nice, good, solid rinse and wash, just in case there's any dirt on them or any other things that just may have gotten on them from the packaging, potential pesticides, etc., etc. It's just better to be safer than sorry when it comes to your produce. Just be very careful. You never really know what those things might have come in contact with. So I'll just give them a nice rinse off, make sure all of them are clean, and then I'm just going to go ahead and peel all of my carrots here. I think these are only like 3 or 4 carrots here, so it's pretty quick. So I just give them a nice peel, then I'm going to cut the ends off, and then I'm going to get them ready to cut. And I cut all these at an angle, just because that's what the recipe called for. To me, it didn't really matter too much, but I just cut these at an angle. It didn't really affect cook time. And then I'm just going to cut all my potatoes into wedges just to make sure they're ready as well. So like I said, this recipe is so stinking fast. I mean, it took me a little longer because I'm setting up the camera, I'm filming and all that good stuff, but to be honest, like, this is all there is to it. I mean, there's not much else you have to really do here, other than mix up the breading and just the sauce. I mean, and that takes a few seconds. I'm about to show you now, and then just throw everything in the oven for like 25 minutes. I mean, it's just so damn quick. It's just worth doing. So you're gonna go ahead and just cut about 2 tablespoons of butter, 1 tablespoon each, for 2 different mixes. We're gonna make the actual breading for the chicken and the maple honey mustard glaze. So on both cases, I'm just going to put that tablespoon, I'm going to put it in the microwave and melt it real quick. I'm putting half this fry seasoning, which again is just paprika, garlic powder, and onion powder. It's nothing special. It's about a tablespoon I put in there, and then I'm putting the panko breadcrumbs in there, as well as a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. To taste. And once you do that, just grab a spoon, mix it all up until it's all mixed together. That's all you do there, and that just creates the actual breading. You do want to make sure that it's evenly coated, all the butter and everything is just intermixed, but you can easily tell that just by the coloration of the actual breadcrumb mix. And then next we're going to go ahead and do the second bowl here, which again is just the maple honey mustard glaze. So I'm going to melt the butter again, and I'm just going to put a little maple syrup in there. Nothing special. It's probably about a half cup to a quarter cup of maple syrup. I don't remember what was actually on the package, but it's not too much. Again, it doesn't matter if you make too much, because this is going to be what you're going to put on the chicken to put the breadcrumb on, as well as just your drizzle on top of it. But you may want to put it on the carrots, you may want to put it on the potatoes. So if you get too much, it doesn't really matter too much. Plus you can save it, especially if you get these glass bowls like I have, because they all come with like tops and stuff. Man, I always have extra stuff. So again, just the butter and the honey mustard and the maple syrup, and you just take a spoon and you're just going to stir it until it's real smooth. It takes a little bit takes a second for it all to sort of combine, but once it's real smooth, it just has this very, very light sort of yellowish coloration and consistency. It just looks basically just like a honey mustard maple glaze. You can see it sort of combining now. It takes a little bit, just, you know, it's a little bit easier if you don't, it's a little bit easier if you use a whisk, to be honest, especially if you have one of those little tiny ones. Than it is the spoon, but the spoon definitely works. I mean, you just got to stir it a little bit more. But it has this sort of brownish, honey mustardy sort of coloration, a little darker than normal honey mustard. Then I'm going to just take a nice bowl. I'm going to put all my potato wedges in there and just drizzle it with olive oil, make sure it's all coated. And then I'm going to put the rest of that fry seasoning again, which again is just paprika, and onion powder and garlic powder, and then I put a little salt, pepper on it, and just make sure I just toss it in there to coat. Just make sure it's thoroughly coated so it's nice and flavored, and that oil is going to help those potatoes crisp up really, really nicely. And once you do that, just go ahead and throw that onto a baking sheet and get it ready to go. But after that, then you're just going to go to the carrots. So now I use 2 different baking sheets, because the one baking sheet will just be all the potatoes, and another one you're actually going to put your chicken breast on with the carrots. If you're making more than just the 2 chicken breasts that I made here today, you can add in a third. It's not really going to hurt anything, just because you may be using larger chicken breasts, you may be doing more chicken breasts, you may be doing more potatoes, more carrots. Just really depends on the amount of food you're actually making. HelloFresh typically, at least the one I'm doing, is for 2 people, so it's portioned for 2 people. So if you're making something for a family, obviously everything's going to be a lot more than what I'm doing here, but that's okay. So again, I'm just going to go ahead and now put the carrots into the bowl and drizzle it with olive oil, just a little salt, a little pepper. I didn't do too much to the carrots, because I mean, the carrots are sweet enough on their own. You don't really have to do anything. I'm not doing a glaze here. I'm just basically roasting the carrots as is, which is pretty delicious. And here I'm showing you the fact that I have the 2 different. This is non-stick tin foil, and I just have the 2 different pans, one smaller with the wedges on it and one with the carrots on, that I'm going to put my chicken on as well. So take your chicken breast, pat it dry, make sure all the gooey stuff's off your breasts. You don't want nasty breasts when you start working with them. Make sure they are dry. Salt, pepper, and then just put lightly, just glaze all of it, and just put your seasoning on there. Similar to that Parmesan one, you lump it on the top, and then you press it down. And what that's going to do is sort of put that bread into that glaze underneath. It's going to stick, and it's just a really good way to do things. The other recipe, I believe, is a little bit of mayo, a little bit of mustard for that, and then you put the spread on top. But it's just a really cool way to force breading to sort of stick to your chicken. You put the chicken and the carrot one in the middle rack, put the potatoes in the top rack, and you're doing this about 425 for about 20-25 minutes. Depending on your oven, you may need to do your vegetables a little bit longer. I had to do these vegetables another 10 to 15 minutes so they would soften. Just check your vegetables, make sure they are soft. And as always, make sure you're checking your chicken. With poultry, you don't want to screw around. I have a meat thermometer, and I just plugged it in there. Make sure it's over 164 degrees Fahrenheit. Anything over 164 degrees Fahrenheit is cooked temp for chicken. And look how beautiful this came out. I mean, the potatoes are light, golden brown. They are crispy, and they're just amazing. And then the freaking carrots, beautifully done. I'm not a huge fan of carrots, but these are actually really good. And I may not have put a little bit of that extra drizzle on my carrots as well. So then you just take your drizzle, put it on that chicken just like I'm doing here, man. Look at that. Look how sexy that is. Look how good that is. Now these are very thin chicken breasts that came in this particular recipe. So if you're doing it a little bit like larger chicken breasts, standard size chicken breasts, you're not going to butterfly them or whatever. Flatten them down, tenderize them. In order to get them this thin, you are going to want to account for that, add additional cook time. But this is just fine. This is perfect little serving size for one little quick meal, and it was damn good. Boom! What's up, guys? That is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it, man. Savage Kitchen is such a fun series to do. And just because I'm a foodie, man, I love to eat. We got to eat. Joe and I are hitting the gym like crazy. We got to refuel. We got to heal up. Food's the way to do it. So I'm always in that kitchen making something. So tons of new stuff coming out soon. This thing was so damn good. And it's crazy freaking easy to do. And honestly, like within 30 minutes, you can have just a banging meal that like your family will just, I don't know, keep begging you to make again. Because this shit is so damn good. In fact, do your own thing with it. Try it. Change them things up. I don't know, man. Just have some fun with it, man. That's all. That's what this whole thing's about. It's just experimenting and enjoying the process. Anyway, guys, always comment, like, subscribe. If you're interested in any merchandise, UGUEBrothers.com is where to go. There's tons of stuff on there. Also Teespring, which is in the slide bar and all that good stuff on the main channel at Urban Ghost. Bunch of new stuff coming out this week on this channel, guys. Bunch of different things. Maybe another couple of Savage Kitchen episodes, some throwback vids, some all kinds of stuff, man. I've got a lot of things I've got planned for this week. Also tons of stuff coming out on the main channel that we've got planned as well to finish out this month that I'm trying to get done before my birthday. So guys, love you and peace.